channel and welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be my cash envelope stuffing as well as my weekly budget update. Because I don't have a lot of cash to stuff, I am going to combine these two videos. So I went to the bank, pulled out my cash, and so here is all of the cash, and then I'm going to share with you how I have that allocated. Okay, I have money allocated for Handy Mandy, Mr. Jerome, groceries, gas, and my lawn care. So let me see what I'm looking at. Okay, I've got a good amount of, I didn't do all of my denominations this time that I normally do. Normally I would have that all written out, but because we're doing drive-through service, you can't even go in the bank anymore. And there were lots of lines and stuff. It's just a challenge to try to figure all that out. And so I didn't want to hold up the line at all. So I just got these denominations, and I think it's going to be okay and work fine. All right. All right, so here are the denominations that I do have. I may have to be fancy about making some change. I'm not real sure yet. So for Handy Mandy, I need 150. So I'm going to take 1, 20, 40, and 50. For Mr. Jerome, I need 150. 1, 20, 40, 50. For my groceries, I need 300, but I'm going to do 2 $100 bills because I'm doing a big shop. And then I'm going to do 5 $20 bills. That's enough for the big shop plus $20 a week for 4 weeks. Then for my lawn care, I need 80. 80. That's for lawn care. And then 20, 40, 60 is for gas. And actually 10 of this I'm going to pull out. I had allocated some money in here for a Roku. And I had thought it was going to be a little bit more than it was, and it was $10 less. So it was only $30 instead of $40. So that's why there's an extra $10 here. So I'm going to leave that just for gas, and it will be okay. And then I had an extra $1. I'll throw that over here to the grocery money because I'm always about the grocery money. So I've got Mr. Jerome. I've got Mr. Jerome's money. Handy Mandy's money, groceries, lawn care, and for gas. So I'm going to stuff these into my envelopes that I have set aside. I was going to pull out money for ma'am, but I called the vet to make sure how they were doing things. They're only doing curbside service, meaning they'll come out and pick up your dog, service the dog, do whatever, and bring the dog back out to the car. And then they'll call you to make payment arrangements. So they don't want to deal with cash, which is what I normally try to deal with. So I left the money in my account. I did make a slight adjustment and pulled out just $100 for extra spending money because Jackson's birthday, and I needed to get some stuff for his birthday. So I just wanted to have a little bit of money just as far as blow money. So I did make a slight adjustment to my budget. And when I go over the numbers, then I'll share that slight adjustment with you. I took it out of my emergency fund money instead of putting that $100 in there. I just took that out as far as blow money, but I still have a lot that I was able to go ahead and put into the baby step number 3 for the month. So it worked out. But again, you know, Dave talks about having a little bit set aside for some fun or spending, and I have not had blow money in quite a long time, but it wasn't for blow money, I had to get a Roku device because my Amazon Fire Stick was not working. And then some stuff for Jackson's birthday and all the things to cover that. So here are my envelopes, or my cash for envelopes, and I'm going to shove these into the envelopes now. All right, so I have my envelopes here, and this is for groceries. This says week 1, so I'm actually going to put in my, this is $2.20. I'm going to put that in for the big shop. That's going to be my big shopping that I'm doing, my once a month. And I'm just shopping once a month right now until everything kind of calms down with this virus and being able to see how things are gonna pan out. That's for week 2. This will be week 3. And then that is going to be for week 4. Yep. But that still leaves me an extra $21, and I'll just put that into the week 1 folder or envelope. And then that is what I needed for groceries. So those are those envelopes. Next I have, this is for Gracie. I don't have anything for Ma'am this month because they want the card. Okay, this one says sinking fund, and I'm going to make that for Mr. Jerome because I don't have one for Mr. Jerome, but I'll make this one Mr. Jerome. And then this one is another sinking fund, and I'll make that one for Handy Mandy because I don't have one for her either. Because I normally do PayPal for her, but cash this month. This is for my lawn care. And this is the last one, which is just a blank one, and I'm going to put that here for my gas. And I have half a tank of gas as it is now, and then I'll just go ahead and fill up. And then whatever's left over, I'll use for the month. So there are my envelopes. I'm going to put them into my recollections binder here. Someone sent me this years and years ago, and it was a beautiful thing, and I was so thankful to be able to have it. And it's a calendar, but I had my envelopes punched to fit because, of course, my calendar pages are out. I've had this for so long, but this fits these envelopes just fine. And I got these envelopes from Mom Needs a Clone. She is on YouTube, she's on Instagram, and she has a shop on Etsy. But I've had these for years. They were gifted to me by a friend, and so I have kept these. I have only one of them that's kind of ripping a little bit, and I've had them for years. So just that one is ripping a tiny, tiny bit on the side. I probably would like to have some different ones, but I'm not going to buy any because these work just fine. And I don't want to, I'm remembering my goals for the year, and buying new envelopes is not one of those goals. So there it is. That's all packed for the month. And then I will share with you guys. So budget what I did, I made some slight adjustments to this budget sheet. And so when I first previously showed you the May budget, I showed you with me filling in this budgeted category. But because I have been doing this sheet for so long, this no longer works for me. I really just need to know how much money I need to have going out. Because when I look at $2,933, it doesn't jive with the things I need to have happen for the month of May. So I made a slight adjustment. I went back and worked on my sheet again. And what I did was I put in all my categories and got my final number at the bottom, which ended up being $3,745 is how much money I needed to go out. So let me show you where I spent money for this week. All right, so here's where I spent money for this week. So my mortgage came out at $950. My mortgage is $947.75, and I put the extra $2.25 to my escrow. I think I'm going to start changing that and put it to my principal. My mortgage, my electric bill was $111.91, which is cheaper than last month, and my water bill was $68.66. Those little orange triangles in the corners are my confirmation numbers. I went in and put the comment, and those are my confirmation numbers. I went ahead and paid my internet at $74.99. I pulled out $150 for Handy Mandy in cash. Went ahead and pulled out $80 for the Long Guy for 2 mows for the month of May, for a total of $1,435.56 as far as household or living expense. Moving down as far as, okay, so here, Amazon Prime, $21.51. I actually ended up buying something for the kids, so I just went ahead and paid for that out of the money, $21.52. We went ahead and paid our Taekwondo at $325, giving us a total of regular payments for $346.52. Moving down, I went ahead and got out my grocery money at $300 in cash, giving us a food expense for the month of $300. Now, I will say this, I have enough money to get 2 grocery cards. I was gifted 2 grocery cards. So that'll put me at a total of 8 grocery cards going into the month of May. And I have 1 more paycheck, and I'll need to get at least 2 more grocery cards to have 10 for the summer months. Moving down, I originally had $60 there that we used for our hair, but I needed to move that to my baby step number 3. So I just made myself a comment or a note that says move to baby step 3 for the month, because we're still on the stay-at-home order. So the $60 that would have normally been here for hair care has been moved to the line item for baby step number 3. Okay, moving down, I have the supplement. I had budgeted in $50. It ended up being $44.47, no problem. This is for Mr. Jerome to do the yard work. I took out cash at $150. Moving down here, so the Roku is $40, and I went ahead and took that out for the Roku. Let me think. Yes, I took that out in cash. I'm sorry. Yes, I took that out in cash and paid for it with cash, but I still allocated for it. And that would have been the money I would have used for Gracie, but they wanted in pay on card, so I just used my debit card to pay for it. Giving me a total of $234.47 for personal expenses. Okay, moving down now for my transportation, right? I took out $50 in gas, in cash, and then I moved $200 to baby step number 3, but I took out $50 for gas because we're still on the stay-at-home order. I'm not driving to work. Moving down, that gives me a total of $50 in cash that I spent for my transportation. Moving down, now I did make a slight mistake when I calculated my tithe, because my tithe was $500, but I also got my supplement at $1,800. So my total tithe off of $6,800 is $680. I went ahead and did a cash app to St. Michael. That's how they do their online giving. And then I moved into my baby step 3, $830. $260 of that was from my gas and the hair expense, and the rest of that came from my supplement. Now, if it turns out that Handy Mandy and Mr. Jerome are a little bit cheaper than what they quoted for me. Then that money, whatever's left over, will then go into this emergency fund. All right, and then I did adjust that because this was $9.50. I mean $9.30. But then I needed to pick up a few things for Jackson's birthday and just a few extra miscellaneous things. And so what I did was I just put $100 there for blow money. We normally don't have blow money, but I wanted to make sure that we were able to get him some stuff for his birthday. So that's what I did there, is I just went ahead and moved that. Took 100 from here. Instead of putting $9.30, I put $8.30 and then 100 for blow money. So taking us back to our regular sheet, if I go back here, now I have $211.84 left to spend. I've already allocated for $4,006.55, and everything is taken care of with the exception of a few things, which I'll run you through. So my mortgage is paid, my electric is paid, my water bill is paid. I still have $112 on my cell phone. My internet is paid. Handy Mandy's money is out. Lawn Care's money is out. Amazon Prime is paid. I still have $99 on my PureFlix renewal. I have $15 on my Health Ways gym. Taekwondo is paid. Grocery money is out. The hair money is out, but it's in baby step 3. 44, 47 was for the supplement instead of the 50. The miscellaneous kids, I'll put that money in when Dad sends some money for them. $150 from Mr. Jerome. I took that out in cash. That $40 right there was for the Roku device. $50 I took out in cash for gas. $200 I transferred over. $680 went to tithe. $30 to St. Michael. $830 went to baby step number 3. And then $100 for blow money, leaving us with $4,006.55 spent and $211.84 to spend. Now, if I calculate up what I have left to pay, I'm $15 off. I am $15 off. So I've got to figure out what I did with that extra $15. Or I'll just take it out of this baby step number 3 and put it back in to cover something. But I should be okay because I had a little bit of money floating around in my checking account. I always leave a few dollars down there just to kind of float around in case something needs to be paid or what have you. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay as far as what I was able to pull out of the bank and what I have going in now. So if I figure out if I'm missing anything somewhere, I will update you on that, but I think I'm totally fine. So there it is, all the things accounted for this month. I do appreciate you guys supporting our budget journey. We have all of the things, everything's accounted for, and I'm so thankful. Y'all, I've never been able to put that much money into a baby step at one time and feel that good about it. Like, oh my gosh, I have something else to pay. I have nothing else to pay. It's all paid. And then whatever Dad sends for child support will just be able to put for the kids' savings accounts, and then any other miscellaneous items that we need. I don't have to pay my cell phone. I don't pay my cell phone bill till the middle of the month. So I'm good on that. That's the last thing. And then that PureFlix will be an automatic draft out of my account. So it's no problem. Everything else looks perfect. And this is the budget update for the week. So anywho, if you have any questions about this budget, feel free to leave us a comment down below. If you let us know how you're doing on your budget, we'd be happy to just hear your success stories, or maybe where you're struggling a little bit, and be happy to give some helpful suggestions if we're able to. Thank you again so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.